pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Houston Texans. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
He's set. 219. Watch the screen. 24. He's checking. Crash.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Running right, Jones. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Bashaud Breeland, the one that got him down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're going for it. It's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. A big run there by Jones. 48 yards on the ground. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Good yardage on first down, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson taking it in. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Well, look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried, They just didn't get it done.
Here's the first carry for LeSean McCoy. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop. McCoy got off to a good start in week 1, Charles. 10 carries, 81 yards. He had a really nice 31-yard carry. Showed a lot of burst.
A lot of people thought he'd be more of a pass catcher in Kansas City, and that will still develop.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, 38 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
53, Mike 53. Exit. Kill.
They run. Hyde. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Hyde. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 44, Watson, and an alley to run. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll try the air now with Watson being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
You're not ready. You're not in line.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. On fourth down, Watson. They'll roll him out right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, Charles, as we peek back to week one, what would you say were the positives for some teams or individuals that you took away?
Well, it started on opening night, Green Bay, and their defense. Not necessarily Aaron Rodgers and what they did going into Chicago and winning. Kansas City, they picked right up where they left off with Patrick Mahomes. Explosive on offense. How about Baltimore and Lamar Jackson? He's not just a single-wing tailback, folks. He's a quarterback. And Tennessee, going into Cleveland, Marcus Mariota, Derrick Henry put up 43 points on the Browns.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it second and 6. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. On second down, it's McCoy. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Now Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 53 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. An anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On second down, it's McCoy, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. LeSean McCoy, as the first half is winding down, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Brings up second and 1.
Right there, in the middle, 55. I got one, I got one, I got one.
Again, it's McCoy. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So first and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. LeSean McCoy. His second touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the 29, Watson, and the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark, his second sack of the night. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They are going for it. Here's Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They'll run on first down. It's McCoy, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something that's going to make them feel very good this evening.
They'll go again to McCoy. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On third down, here's McCoy. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Watson now to throw. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Another carry tonight for McCoy. He's been the workhorse. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Tackle made by Whitney Mercilus. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Yellow, fly! Here it comes, here it comes!
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me.
Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
At the Texans' 34-yard line.
Now a 20th carry here for McCoy. And McCoy loses the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now the backup, A.J. McCarron. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Frank Clark bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Flushed out right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. Big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, Watson. He's going to let it fly. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll keep it on the ground. McCoy. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, it's McCoy. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. So this one in the win column for Kansas.